Let's face it, every insult thrown at you is a compliment in disguise. Nobody tears down that which they feel vibrates above them. Sharon Stewart. The only reason people make you out to be a fraud is because they are. Toxic people hate whatever they're not. Sharon Stewart. For the man who commented that he doesn't understand my relationship with my neighbors, consider yourself fortunate. Perhaps you can try watching that program called Neighbors from Hell. Obviously, if you can't understand my path in life, it's because you weren't meant to walk with me. The power of a human is in the heart. Compassion is an attribute severely lacking on earth right now. Forgiveness is seldom practiced on earth, compared to judgment. Kindness should be practiced all the time, but it's not. Those who are not of this vibration will mock and scorn you. Let them. Why do we say this? Me, yes, why, Ivo? LOL. Ivo, it has to do with vibration, my love. It has to do with raising your frequency. When your frequency is high, you feel whole, you love yourself, and you do not care about the mockers and the scorners, the trolls and the shills. You just do not care. Me, I find that they make themselves hard to deal with. They're just there being difficult. Ivo, and so you give them a statement that declares where you stand and you simply cut them loose. These people are not there to try to understand. They are not coming from the heart and they are not positively motivated. Me, maybe they're just having trouble? Ivo, you have spoken to many people who are eager to learn and many who are not. You understand that people who are heart-centric and wanting to heal are open to what you have to say. Others who are not, who prefer their lower frequency lifestyles, find any kind of excuse not to listen to you, and some are quite creative in creating diversions and distractions. Me, yes. They also tend to carry on arguments that don't have any merit. Ivo, to them, they do have merit, but again, this goes back to intention. What is their intention? Is their intention to learn? Because if it is, they will listen, even if they do not understand. If their intention is to block you or to vampire your energy, then they will create friction because their attachments prefer that flavor of energy. Me, yes. Good reminder. It's fruitless, I've always found. People will argue with you if you are doing what they refuse to or are too afraid to try. It's about self-justification. Ivo, but this is good for you because it gives you a good opportunity to practice opening the heart and being forgiving, compassionate and kind, even though they may not be. Me, I've been very hurt by some of the things some people have said, particularly when it's aimed at you. Ivo, I understand that. Me, I'm glad you do, because I just don't understand why people have to be this way. That's what it boils down to. I don't understand why they're like that. Ivo, because you do not hold that frequency. You are not vindictive, nor have you ever been. You are not retaliatory. You do not make negative statements unless you see that someone is a disinformationist and spreading lies with their words. Then you will stand up in order to have the situation sorted. Me, like I just did in a FB group. Got the resident shill in that group as soon as I expressed concern about the message. Someone tried to say that there is an ascension path through AI. As if. There is only one path and it is completely organic. Obviously, the Archons got to that person. Because they do, they look for unaware channelers and information providers to work through. Ivo, yes, so you tried, for the sake of the people who would read this post and believe it, to help. Me, yes. I don't know how successful I was. I blocked the troll and hoped the admins would help me out. I don't know how this got resolved, if anything was even done about it. Oh well. Ivo, and I will say, then, that it is simple to tell what one's motivation is, and it is a question of seeing whether their heart is open or not. This is easy enough to determine because there will always be a virtuous motivation. When the shill or troll begins attacking the person as this one did you, then you see they have poor motivation. Personal attacks are a sign of a heart that is closed, even though when you checked this person's profile it had all the right pictures, all the right memes and all the right posts. Me, it was hijacked, of course. Ivo, yes. Me, so we picked up this conversation on November 11th, and maybe it's the energies, but I was able to reach 5D consciousness, even after having seen comments on my Facebook page designed to discredit me. This person clearly has problems, and her attachments are getting the better of her. I didn't even get angry, I just felt sorry for what this woman is going through. And that makes a point. Ivo has tried to make this point for a long time. Ivo, when you have a fifth dimensional or higher attitude towards your attackers and detractors, it is its own solution. It is not a defense, because you do not even get hurt in the first place. It is the ego that gets hurt in interactions with others, and frankly what the world is made of right now. The way around this is to raise your frequency to fifth dimensional unity frequency, and you will have compassion for the attacker as if you were that person. That is what is meant by, we are all one. Compassion is difficult to have for others unless it has been cultivated in other lives or in this one. Unless the soul knows compassion already, it is here to learn it. Well, it's come to the right place because there are plenty of opportunities to learn to be compassionate and forgiving on this rock. Ivo, correct, my love. There are. This is a strong learning school with much opportunity for soul growth. For the starseed, it is a question of remembering, because unless you were capable of compassion you would not be here with the light movement. No, I guess not. Ivo, you will be given as many opportunities as necessary to learn to stand down, stop attacking, and to walk in the shoes of the one who has attacked you. The same way that Jesus did. He felt for the ones who attacked him, he did not harbor a grudge, anger, or even envy of them. He was assured enough of himself that he would not harm those who clearly would harm him. What about the governments? Ivo, you have been asked not to start civil wars and allow those who have divine guidance continue to deal with them. And people are generally cooperating, which is wonderful. In the event your life is endangered, then minimal resistance is allowable, but only to the extent of disabling the attack. To kill another is to incur the same karma. When you can have compassion for your attacker, you will graduate the earth realm. Imagine, as well, the minds of those who have sought to enslave and now to kill you. Would you switch places with one of these minds in order to have the power they have held over you? No? Why not? Because these are evil minds and you realize that evil minds are suffering minds, so have compassion for them. I know, considering the damage they have caused on the planet for so many people, to be able to forgive them is to release yourself of the entire Earth scenario. It's like graduating from college. I'm finally done. Ivo, correct. To be able to forgive the worst of the worst for their heinous deeds is to have the highest consciousness. Jesus did this. He did not harbor grudges. And he came to show you what to do. This does not mean you allow yourself to be victimized by those who seek your demise. No, you do not. However, you do not harbor ill will for what they have done to you and others. A tall order, Ivo. They already killed my lovely cousin, Nick. Ivo, I realize that but many of you are capable of it, as are you, my love. When you see those who seek to harm you as beings who are there for you to learn self-empowerment, self-love, and love of others and to bring wisdom back to the masses of Earth, you will forgive them for whatever they have done, simply because the goodness they will create within you all will someday become obvious. At some point, you may even decide to honor them as your teachers. Evil teaches good to be better. That is the reason it has existed. We have created a meme today, and we will continue to create similar memes to compare the difference between a third-dimensional and a fifth-dimensional reaction to various occurrences. Sharon has run the gamut, having been taught to be a third-dimensional, but now as she connects with her Christ consciousness, she is capable of much more. When you are bullied, insulted, attacked, or hurt by another, try to imagine what must be going through their mind. Have compassion for them because you are not where they are. When you have compassion and learn to forgive those you feel hurt by, you automatically elevate your frequency beyond pain and suffering into love. You could say that compassion is its own defense. We would not like to say this is a defensive mechanism, because the word defense insinuates an attack. There is no attacking in the mind that is compassionate. There is no need to attack or to defend. Compassion brings on the peace that so many of you seek in your daily activities. Thanks, Ivo. And to my detractors, critics, attackers, although I'm glad I'm me and not you, I still thank you anyway. Without your nastiness, I wouldn't be where I am today, so close to Ivo where now I can actually begin to see him with my physical eyes.